Yes. Hey, what's up? Welcome, guys. I'm here with Mika, is how you pronounce it. I think at least
Yes.
from Sonorus. Talked about Sonorus like 2 weeks ago. I got introduced to the project and I really love what they do. SocialFi is going to be huge in crypto, in my opinion, anyway. And it reminded me a lot like another project that really did well. So I shot a video about it. And the funny thing is that the 2 weeks ago when I made the video, they sold 250 notes, so it was like insane early. This was day two, I think. The note selling started the 1st of October. And now they're already sitting at 800 and 1850. So it's going very fantastic. And yeah, welcome to the live stream, Mika. I would like to hear from you as a team member. Who are you? How are you? Tell us about yourself and about the project a little bit.
Absolutely. So I'm Mika, as you already introduced me. So I'm the CMO at Sonorus, and my journey in the music industry began by co-founding a recording studio and a record label. So in Southeast Asia, I incubated a lot of artists already and basically helped them build their profile, build up their artist name, and they are doing very well for themselves. And what I'm doing now basically is I'm channeling that passion for music into Sonorous. So yeah, to tell you a bit more about Sonorous is it's a decentralized music sharing platform that is revolutionizing the way music is promoted and shared. So what we're doing is we're basically collaborating with the community to shape um, a fair, decentralized music sharing catalog. And our aim is to shift the power dynamics, as you might know as an artist yourself, Menno. Um, the power dynamics in the music industry are always from very big corporate companies, and we are basically trying to shift that back into the power and in the hands of listeners, basically.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's what I said in the first video as well. Like there's usually, even with Spotify playlists, there's usually just one person that controls a whole playlist. And as an artist, you have to be lucky if you want to get in there. And as a listener, yeah, you don't really have a saying in what you are getting in your timeline, because it also
Ab-
the algorithms are like, you really try to make it decentralized, and that's why crypto is such a great thing. What
Absolutely.
by the way, for the audience, for the people that are live, feel free to ask your questions about the project. We can cover them. If you're watching the video back, welcome to the watch back, by the way. Don't forget to like the video, and you can put it in the comments and we can go over it later as well. um, and we are going to do maybe a little giveaway somewhere later in the live stream, so keep on watching because you can get maybe like something like a free note, but we'll come back to that. um, However, what your music experience is, that's of course awesome, and it makes a lot of sense when we look at the project. What's your crypto experience, really?
So yeah, I've been trading for a very long time, and I entered the market when it was 2018. I think it was right after the big boom, right, of 2018.
Yeah.
So I was a bit late on that one, but then on 2020 and 2021, I rode the full bull market. So yeah, I've been trading. I've been participating in some other project, helping them out as well, and now finally I'm where I belong in the music industry.
Yeah, awesome that you
Mm.
can combine it like that. And you said that you're the CMO. How
Yes.
big is the team? How many people are involved in the project as of today?
Right. So we have about a team of about 20 people at the moment, but we have what I believe to have is a very strong team, especially for this type of project. So of course, with my background as well, but we also have some other team members that come from the TikTok team. We also have team members that basically produce one of the biggest content apps in Latin America. So yeah, we basically have a pretty good background, and I think this blends together very well in what we are trying to achieve for Sonorous.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's like sometimes I hear a team like, "Yeah, we're with the two of us," and I'll be like, "Oh, is that really gonna work?" But yeah, totally understandable. By the way, if a lot of people already got such a note, and of course, there's always a disclaimer, right? Like projects that are in the come up. it's always speculative, right? Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I have to be honest about that. But I love that because I'm really not much of a fan of buying altcoins on the open market at the moment myself, as a lot of people maybe know, as it just doesn't look that good. But these nodes can really, if they work out, when you be involved in a project from literally day -1, and two, they can provide you with a beautiful passive income as well for supporting the project. So if you are interested, I left a link down below where you can get such a node, by the way. um how did you, I don't know if that was your idea, but how did you came up to release, well, pre-release the token by selling notes? Most projects, they go on a lunch pad or they just have a fair lunch or whatever. What made you choose this?
Like we really wanted to do something pre-ICO, and of course we wanted to do something with like music, and basically we came up with the idea to do a note. And we also really like, as you maybe can tell, we really like to give back to the community, and I think this is the best way to do like a pre-ICO for your community, where they are able to earn a very fair share of their tokens of our project.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you already get these tokens before they come out, so it's like, yeah, you can't get more early than that, of course. Now,
Exactly.
if I have it right, there are two tokens, right? The SNS
Yes,
token and the
correct.
Rust token. Can you tell a little bit
Correct.
about that?
Sure. So SNS token is basically going to be the governance token and the primary token of the whole ecosystem. And then on the other side, we have Rust, which is currently the token that our app functions on. So basically, users are rewarded for the activity inside the music charts. And this is evolved around Rust. And for SNS, we are planning to do like a lot more, especially like regarding governance, rewards, airdrops, and of course the listing in the end as well.
Sweet. Yeah. I know it's really early, maybe too early to ask that, but I just ask everything, and if you can't answer it, just tell me. But what are the plans given the listing? Do you have a little roadmap already, like how that's going to go, give or take, like
So
when Binance?
w- So I wish I can say a lot about this already, but unfortunately I cannot say. Even if I would know the details, I cannot announce this yet until everything is finalized. What I can say
Yeah,
is, like, I really have trust in our team, and we are constantly working. We are working very hard towards that listing as well. So I do think this is gonna come very soon, sooner than most people expect. But I cannot give the final date yet.
no, that's understandable. I can always try, right? By the way, if people want to follow the project, what's the main platform? I see there's Telegram, there's a Discord. Is there one of those two that you say like, okay, this is really where we are most active and where you get all the updates right away?
Right. So the main channels for us would be Twitter, which is where we do the major announcement, but also
Yeah.
Discord. But for users that really want to test out how like this music, let's call it musicify instead of socialfy, right? We mix them together. So for people that really want to figure out how the app works, we have a very vibrant community in Telegram and Discord that are willing to help you out if you don't understand how our, for example, our ranking system works or our NFT copy minting works. Then you can basically just come in. We have guides on there, and we also have community members or mods that are willing to help you with whatever you are looking to do.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so it's like if you do have any questions, like you can pop it into any social channel and you get the answers pretty easy.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
That's pretty sweet. Are there, just curious, are there any projects out there that you feel that do kind of what you are doing as well and that you maybe try to compete with? I know Gala has Gala music, but Gala is
Yeah.
kind of lagging these days. So, and there are a couple of these projects, but none of them really did it yet.
Yeah. So like there's like how to say this. So within the music industry, a lot of eyes are on you, basically. So I would say that a lot of projects do not have the balls yet to do what we are trying to accomplish. And I think this is a very big factor of why our project is doing so well. Because like in a recent months, we have seen 200,000 registered users, and we are currently top 10 on SocialFi on that radar regarding like active users daily. So I do think that yeah, our team has a very good music background, and that's why we have, so to say, some bigger balls than some of the other projects. That's why we are able to lead, um, basically, the decentralized music revolution.
Yeah, yeah, you have to have some guts and just do it. I know it's like, yeah. And so now, can you explain a little bit how it works? Because it is also for artists, they can, well, just like Spotify, they can earn by getting the music played. But did I understand correctly that listeners can also basically earn to listen to music? And if yes, how
Ab-
does that work exactly?
Absolutely. So basically, we have two sides, right? So we have the artist side. We have a music launchpad, where artists can nominate their own music or actually somebody else's music at the moment as well. And this can be propelled to our music chart basically. So we don't take any revenue of the artist itself. What we do is we call an API. So you can insert your YouTube link or Spotify link, and we just call this API. So when the song is played, that means that the streaming revenue will still go to the original artist. But on the other hand, we allow you, like the users, the listeners, to mint a copy of that song, which doesn't mean that we copy the copyrighted music. Basically, it's just like a vote for our music catalog. So it means you hold a vote of this song. And if this song starts to perform better, it starts to go into the top 100, top 10, then you will start earning more rewards for this vote. Let's call it
Mhm.
the vote, right? The copy. Um, but like another mechanic is that like once you mint the copy, the price goes up, and then the price goes up and up and up and up, and then at
Yeah.
some point you can sell it back to Sonorus, and we will pay you 85% of the latest price, meaning that there's also a social fi, kind of like a similar system to Friends the Tech, Friends.tech,
Yeah.
where we give you the buyback ratio, and you are able to make profit of your vote inside our catalog.
Yeah, but I must tell that this is better than Friends Tech because this has actually a utility that people use, like listening to music.
Absolutely.
It's,
So basically, like how we vision music is right. Like artists, they are a nobody if they don't have their communities. So why shouldn't be
yeah,
the community rewarded instead of these big corporations that take 80% of the artist and only give 20% to the artist itself? Why shouldn't be the community of that specific artist that push their music be rewarded?
yeah, yeah. It kind of makes sense indeed, and it's a really good way to be like more involved for both parties, for listeners as well. You don't just listen to music; you really might feel like you are a part of something more. And
Exactly.
that's not what I have on Spotify or anything like that. So
Exactly.
yeah,
And for Spotify, you have to pay. They take money out of
yeah,
your pocket.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, and that is kind of also how they pay the revenue to artists, of course. At the end of the day, where is the revenue all coming from? Because listeners getting paid, artists getting paid. How does that work? Where is that eventually coming from?
Right. So basically, we created a system that there's still some, um, like the buyback ratio, for example, right? If you sell back, then you basically pay the price of the previous user. So there's still a system in place that when a song goes viral, that we not all the money comes out of our pocket, but of course we also charge like a percentage of all the on-chain transactions of our app that helps support this as well.
Some kind of a bidding on
Yeah,
the
it's
songs, like the
yeah.
highest.
Yeah,
Well, if you have an ear for talent, then you can actually also make quite a lot of money with the product, right? If you recognize talent before it hits the top playlists and all of that as a listener,
absolutely.
or
So what we've seen before is that small artists they barely make anything, but if small artists get listed on our platform, it's very easy for them to already make some money, even though they have never seen any returns for their career at all, except for with us.
yeah, I like it, man. It's also giving people like I'm lately with a friend of mine checking out Odyssey. I don't know if you know about that. That's kind of like the YouTube of Web3, because
Yeah,
YouTube is full of bots and it's really like you cannot say this, and like you have a lot of like these rules, or you just get kicked off. Um, and with Odyssey, I'm now looking like, hey, you can also upload your videos there. So I feel like maybe I should look at that as well. It's also kind of the Web3 for videos, and this feels like kind of the same thing, but then for music, which is a huge industry, of course, and that's never going away.
absolutely, absolutely.
You
I
have the
think
right niche.
yeah. But of
Yeah,
course, like we still need to build a lot because we still need to be it needs to be adopted. Web3 in general needs to be adopted a lot more into like our daily lives. Also
yeah.
from a Web2 perspective, like we still are not at that saturation of adoption yet, but we're definitely like growing and we are basically creating a gateway because our app is also live on the Apple Store and on the Google Play Store. It already has like 100,000 downloads. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, and it's mainly in the like. It's also what somebody in the chat asked. I don't know exactly where that is now because people are talking a lot like around here. But let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Well, somebody asked something about. Oh yeah. Was the music app laying more focus in the Asian market? Is there a specific reason for that? That it's
Uh, so this is basically something that happens a lot in X to earn projects, right? Because
yeah,
in general in Asia they earn less, so it's easier for them to adopt and do this for like um, maybe part of the day to start earning some extra cash on the side, right? Because we
yeah.
do give that earnability to our users, and they make it out of their like some of them they do this every single day on our app.
Yeah, I mean, like if you are living, well, like me in Europe, for example, it's quite wealthy compared to, well, parts of Asia. So I understand that if I make a certain amount every day, someone in Asia can definitely live from that. So
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So
I,
we are definitely targeting new marketing campaigns to onboard um, users in worldwide as well. We actually do have a lot of worldwide users already, but like at the moment we also see a lot of Asia Pacific users in our app.
yeah. That's a good market. It's a good strategy. If you know that works, then you should definitely do that. I mean, you obviously have a marketing team that knows what they do. Also, when it comes to timing in the market, because, like you said, Web3 is still to be adopted. But yeah, if you would have released this 2 years later, then you might have already been too late. So I think now is the perfect timing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey guys, by the way, okay, I want to share a quick giveaway. Is that now the right time for this? I think it is, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. How much was it? I think it was six, and otherwise,
Five,
yeah, it
five,
was
five, five.
six. Five. It was five. One is going away. Sorry, guys. We can give away five DJ notes that we have been talking about basically all the time, how the project is running and how the token is going to release. The notes, you can buy them right here. Like I said, there is a link down below. Now, if you buy a note for yourself from starting today, you have a chance of winning a free note as well. So you basically get one plus one free. So five spots right there. Definitely check it out. You don't have to do that right away. There's no first come first serve or anything. So if you're new to the project, take your time, check it out. Watch this interview, by the way, but also just look like, hey, is this something that I'm interested in? They're currently $600, right?
Yes. So the first 10,000
Oh,
are at $600, and then after that we basically go with an increment system of $25 per 100 notes sold on top of the 600.
Yeah, yeah, and that's I see it right here indeed. Yeah, and but that's still pretty cheap for a note because I remember, for example, buying a Gala film note. I paid $5,000 for that, and I think their music notes were also very expensive. Is that on purpose that you made it quite cheap now in the beginning?
Yeah, so we basically want to make it accessible for our community, and like everything regarding Sonorus revolves around the community. So we don't want to give a very high price note because I believe other projects also do this to maybe fund more money, or but we really want to make it so that more people are able to get the note. If they are interested in music, then why don't you just join this community? You will be able to earn rewards and yeah, have a good time, everybody in inside our community.
Yeah, yeah, it's understandable. Like, yeah, if you make it too expensive, people might feel like, I'm not even gonna check out the whole project. I can't afford it anyway, especially
Yeah.
in these times during the market. Um, we also had some questions from the community already. I would like to go over a couple of those, but we spoke about quite a lot already. Um, are there what are the differences between Sonorus and Gala music, for example? Because they kind of try to also, overall bring Web3 and music together. What are the main differences between these two?
So what we are trying to do is quite different. I believe that we are trying to create a fair system um, for listeners and artists to collaborate together to bring music consensus into the music charts, basically. What I think the other projects are doing are trying to create an artist launchpad, basically become a label and
Yeah.
reward listeners for streaming. I believe that's the main difference.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you are going to be the platform for the users, basically.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
things like Gala are more the overlaying platforms that a user not really has to deal with.
Absolutely, because like what we can see from like the current music industry, right, is that actually the charts are not even controlled by necessarily the popularity of a song. It's more like background deals or sponsorship deals or label deals that instantly pushes an S tier artist to the top 10 of the music charts. So what we are trying to create is really a fair music consensus where the music that is in the charts belongs to be there.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Hey, and about the notes, by the way, because yeah, we all know running a node mostly is to get these tokens daily. I myself have also, like said, like the Elysium nodes. I have this node. I have a Gala film nodes. I have a Miriam node. But apart from that, are there other benefits than getting the tokens? Are there more things you might be able to do or to see to get when you have such a node or multiples?
Absolutely. So basically, you also get governance power inside the Sonorous ecosystem, meaning that later on, DJ node holders will also be able to vote on certain things that help the project go forward. And apart from that, like we are also soon releasing some additional features to our platform. For example, upgrading like the music launchpad, um, where DJ node holders will have some ownership and validation power. So basically, wait, I maybe I worded that incorrectly. So DJ Node also grants you exclusive privileges in endorsing new music, and you will be able to enjoy like the revenue sharing system from the success of the music they endorsed, basically. So we have some exclusive features later on the way, like for example, collector network, where we are trying to create social profiles for our users as well, which will exclusively be available pr- prior for our DJ nodes. And of course, we also plan to do some loyalty rewards for our DJ node holders. This includes some additional airdrops and early access to our new features, stuff like that.
Sweet. So there's a lot more to it.
Absolutely. And maybe I forgot even the most important thing. So basically, our current app revolves around Rust, right? So we also have this Rust ecosystem that is currently building and basically generating a bit of profit as well. So if this DJ node owners will also be able to earn their share of the profit of the current Rust ecosystem.
Oh, that's also a thing. It's
Yes.
quite a lot. It's quite a
Yeah,
lot.
quite a lot. As I
Awesome.
said, like our community is really what this project is based around. So we also want to make it a fair system for everybody.
Uh, and if you have 10 notes, guys, you get just like me such a ugly 2001 tattoo for free as well, by the way. It's beautiful. No, really cool, really cool. Yeah, the more I hear about this, the more excited I am. Because yeah, I'm just a big proponent of just being early in crypto in the first place, because that's quite how you make it, of course, but also I don't know, the whole narrative, it seems like something that's gonna happen sooner or later anyway. And from what I hear, the way that you guys are doing it, you handle it quite professionally. And how long have you been working on the project for now already, by the way?
So actually, we launched 1.5 years ago,
Oh,
and we started to make some changes at the end of last year that really propelled the project forward and ended up in like 180,000 registered users within like 6 months. So yeah, we have been around for a while, and we got some backers as well prior to that. But yeah, basically 1.5 years.
that's quite some time already. Is it on
Yeah.
purpose that you now start to focus on the token side of the project, or
So
what made you do it now, basically?
so basically, whenever you launch a new project, right, you still have to figure out if the current way you're doing things, like before we called our Rust token differently as well. So we basically um, had to figure some things out and see what works, what can be a viral product, and then go with the best function, basically.
Yeah. So basically,
Mm,
just taking your time, slow but steady. The market wasn't going anywhere anyway, and looking what the best
absolutely,
approach is. Yeah.
absolutely.
I also have the roadmap in front of me. We all can read it, of course, but in your own words, first to start with this year, as far as you know, the coming 2 months. What are the
hmm
plans for the rest of this year for the whole project?
So for Q4, we are trying to we are going to upgrade the launchpad, which is currently it's called the music launchpad, and we're gonna create a new version for that, which aims to improve the decentralized governance on the music nomination and ownership validation to empower all artists, like big or small, 0 views, 100 views, 100,000 views, a million views. Um, Apart from that, we are also working on a feature that's called like the Talent Scout, where DJ node holders will be granted these exclusive privileges in endorsing new music to our platform, and where they will be able to earn a revenue share of the music they endorse, basically. Apart from that, we are um, running multiple airdrop campaigns for even for the users that maybe cannot afford a DJ node yet. They will still be able to get some airdrop points, which will later result in some SNS tokens. And then, as
Uh,
I said, for early next year, so we are trying to create this collector network, which is a series of social features allowing users to create their social profiles on Sonorus and showcase their music recommendation and past achievements. Um,
mm.
and then apart from that, like the loyalty rewards for our DJ node holders, and of course, we also have in the roadmap the SNS staking, which will soon happen too.
That's cool. That's cool. And what I see on the roadmap in my screen right now, by the way, as well, is that Q4 it says launch of the Sonorus native tokens. Is that still on track, or is it like around that period, give or take? Or
So yeah, it's around that period. Like as I said, I cannot give all the details yet, but we're definitely working towards that time.
yeah, okay. So it won't like probably not don't take a year from now or anything.
No.
No, okay. Yeah, no, it's good to know. Are there, by the
Mm.
way, I'm curious myself, like, are there any other specific crypto projects that you are maybe collaborating with or learning from or talking with, or that they are maybe having some interest in you or something like that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've actually recently, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week. So last week we got listed on Magic Square, which is actually one of the biggest debt app stores um, on the internet currently.
Oh,
So we got listed on there with 120,000 votes for Sonorus, and we are currently the number one music platform on their app store, which is very good. Then, of course, we constantly do partnerships with prominent projects in the space, looking to expand our reach basically and build a very good project.
and what chain is this going to be all built on, by the way?
So we are currently built on Binance Smart Chain.
Oh, awesome! Accessible,
Yeah,
cheap, user friendly, cool. Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
At least that's what I think that the reason is, or is there another specific reason that you choose
No,
to
no, no.
use
You're
the?
right on the mark. You're actually right on the
Yeah,
mark.
yeah. That's pretty cool. I see some questions in the chat as well. I don't know. We have some time to go over those, right?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. I don't.
Okay, let me
So
check.
can I go read back the chat because I have the chat open as well, but I don't see all the questions that pop on screen. Uh,
I can make them pop on the screen itself, though, if I click them.
okay.
Um, yeah, here it says like it seems like Russ will have the retail demand. What would drive the retail demand for SNS? I don't know really what he means by that.
So
Yeah, a
I
little
think
bit.
he means like what is gonna bring the price up, right?
I don't know, but it's good. It's never a bad thing to hear that.
So I think like we are planning to collaborate with a lot of um, exchanges as well for the listing. So we are planning to do a massive campaign upon listing, and I think this the hype around the project and the amount of users we've seen acquired from the previous month, the way how fast nodes are selling is going to bring the um, interest for SNS up very, very quickly. And I think this
Yeah.
is also something that is going to bring up the price in the end.
Yes, I mean you sold like what was it like 16 or 1800 in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I
It's
think
quite.
it's now
Uh,
now it's I think we did like 1700 in or 1600 in the first 14 days or something.
1855.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
That's quite crazy. By the way, I know that these listings are expensive. Adding liquidity to a project is expensive. Marketing is expensive. You know, working on the product itself is expensive. Are there any other ways of revenue income for the project apart from the notes, or do you fully rely on the note
No,
sales?
of course we had a funding round previously, a seed funding round, and we had like this happened before already.
Oh, how much did
Yeah,
you raise? Can I ask that, or at
it
least
was
I can ask? Can you answer that?
2 million.
2 million.
Mm.
I should sell notes as well. Dang. That's nice. Okay, but that's good because then you at least know that if a project already has raised 2 million, you have the resources to make good things happen. So
Yeah, yeah, we had
that's
some good
really
names in there as well, which was Mask, and we actually had a music label, Southeast Asian music label that was actually Web 2. So yeah, pretty interesting.
you had a Web 2 label investing in your
Yeah,
Web 3
it was
project already. That's
yeah,
cool.
NCT.
Ah, that's pretty sweet, dude. Nice. Let me
Yeah.
see. Somebody asked, how does the project intend to attract a user base and gain traction in this competitive music market? So basically, how are you going to try to stand out from all the other similar projects?
So basically, what we try to do is make um, things rewarding for the listener. So, as I said, right, this whole project is evolved and built around our community. And what we
Yeah.
are trying to do with this buyback system, where you can mint an NFT copy and the price goes up, means that the experience not only becomes fun, but also becomes you will be able to earn from your activity inside the app. And I think that this is what a lot of users or a lot of projects are currently not doing at the moment or not doing in the right way.
Yeah, I think so. Because I noticed that I never saw on your website that you promote it as listen to earn. Well, basically is listen to earn. Is that because you are basically way more than that? I have the feeling that it's more than just listening. It's like getting completely involved.
Absolutely. Like I feel like X to earn is an overused
Yeah.
like synonym or whatever you call it to attract users to your platform, but it's also a very fast way to kill your platform because
Yeah.
then you have to stick with that in the long term. And we are also trying to create a fair system, not only for the listeners, but also for the artists. So, and of course, we also want to create some other social features where we create like user profiles on chain. So it's it's a if you call yourself X to earn is a very easy way to limit yourself because the project is a lot bigger than that.
Yeah. And if users don't start earning right away enough, then they already be like, the project sucks, it doesn't work. So
Absolutely.
you make a
Yeah.
big promise by calling yourself that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same guy had another question. How does a project ensure data privacy and security for the users and artists? Privacy and
So yeah.
security. Yeah.
So everything is on chain. So all the data is recorded on chain. So everything that is not supposed to be there or you don't want to be there, it doesn't have to be there. Only unless you allow it to be on chain. So
Mm,
it's very important. Like as we are a decentralized project, right? Um, User privacy is very important to us as well.
yeah. 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 I mean, crypto is already risky enough. So that should be
Exactly.
number one at all times, definitely. Um,
Exactly.
Got a question I think you might better understand than me, but are you guys going to try to get partnerships with the biggest game companies to develop their OSTs on Sonorus? It's popular in Shazam, Apple Music, etc.
So let me read this. Are you guys going to try to get partnership with biggest game companies to develop their OSTs on Sonorus? So I think this is something we really would like to happen in the future. Of course, we would have to create a lot of partnerships to get to this point. But creating OSTs for any project, I think, would be like I think we would need to create some kind of feature where we are able to connect artists with a company and then bring it up as a project together. But
This
definitely,
might be
definitely,
this might be still hidden in the brain cell that I smoked away when I was younger. But what is an OST actually?
I believe he is trying to. OSTs are like the game inside the music. So official music that represent that specific game.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
kind of like the
yeah.
Skyrim theme song.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
could be huge though. Okay,
Yeah.
that's sweet. Um, I both how the platform wants to attract new users and producers. What is competitive advantage against? Yeah, again, for example, Gala Music. Well, you kind of spoke about that.
Right.
Any additional funding apart from the node sale? We talked about that. So basically, what is your marketing strategy?
Right. So with these new features that I just mentioned as well in upcoming roadmap, we are also trying to create a fair system for artists to be able to launch their own music without the need of needing a music publisher. Um, so basically, that is our way to attract like new artists because currently you need a publisher or you need to go to like what is it called? I forgot the name, but you have these publishing websites where you need to pay a monthly fee for X amount of songs. And basically, we remove that and we give you the full ability to release your own music. And then, so basically, we work with a threshold system where if your music gets voted by the community to be, let's say, worthy, you don't need a lot of votes, then it is automatically released on our platform and you start earning basically your share of your music.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I said before, like I made some music as well, and I'm thinking about doing some like kind of in English, so it's gonna suck, but kind of a crypto news, very corny ass rap music. And I was thinking like, hey, maybe I can upload that on Sonorus as well. Just use the platform as an artist would be pretty
You
cool
can
because I don't,
we can
yeah,
make the Sonorous theme song if you want. We will put you
yeah, for
as the Sonorous
example.
theme song.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Will the team plan to share more info on themselves and the project? For example, marketing plan, more elaborated white paper. But we spoke about that. So about the team, for example, is there any more info to be found about that?
So basically, we have a Discord channel that basically introduces you to everybody in the team, and like
Ah, it's in the Discord.
we're
Yeah.
like yeah, so we're pretty doxed. Like I'm completely doxed as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you're here, so you are. Yeah, definitely. You only have to show your ID card like this, and you're 100% ready to go. Yeah, somebody asked, but I think he missed a part of the interview. What is the Sonorous node? So yeah, we kind of talked about that, of course. And what is the goal for the project? Like, is there an end goal? When are you? What is the main thing that you feel like, man? If we do this, then we can definitely check something off.
I think as soon like we need to create a viral system that basically is attracted to Web2 users and Web3 users where they are engaged in the app and this basically creates like a kind of like a yeah a virality factor to our product which makes it automatically spread. I think that is the goal and the purpose to create like a viral product.
Yeah, sounds right to me. Somebody said I got like 10K tokens with 3 nodes so far. Yeah, they would have been pretty early, so that's pretty cool. Of course, it's nice to
Yeah.
stack up on those things. You are probably not able to answer this, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. And I think it relies on a lot of factors and a node selling and all of that. But what is your expected market cap for this whole token to be in the first place, or is it really that you can't tell anything about that?
So let's talk about access. Let's not talk about market cap, right?
Yeah, whatever
So
is best.
I do believe that this is a super high potential project just because it has such an aspect where it could also attract, and it is already attracting Web2 users, not only Web3. So I do think this is a super high potential project, and I do believe that if a music project would tend to 50x, maybe even 100x, I think it would be our project.
Hey, I'm all in for it. So yeah, better make it happen. um, I do have a skeptical question myself, though. A lot of projects, most that are selling nodes, they have, of course, pretty big inflation, right? People are getting these tokens daily, and especially if the token went well, they want to sell it. You are going to face a lot of selling pressure.
Absolutely. Of
The
course, there
team
will
knows
be
that.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, we will implement like a lock period. This doesn't only include for our team, but also for other users, that there will be a certain lock period that not everybody can dump instantly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's better because yeah, like what did to say, there's a lot of selling pressure coming up probably, and then you have to fight it with well, by creating the buying pressure, right? Do
Absolutely.
you have any specific plans lined up for after the TGE or during the TGE to create that hype or make people really want to hold the token? What's the reason for people to not sell the token once they can, basically? Why should they want to hold it?
So
Can you
yeah,
tell
that's
that?
exactly the reason why we create very big marketing campaigns, but also like we created that aspect of like the revenue sharing of our app itself that basically incentivizes the users to hold even longer. And of course, we also have like other additional rewards for our DJ node holders that are in the pipeline. So we will definitely make sure that it's still attractive to hold your DJ node in the future.
Yeah, and you said something about staking as well, right?
Yeah, so staking is also in the pipeline, and DJ node holders will also earn like a higher staking reward
Yeah.
later on.
This is this is an interesting question. Someone asked, "How will artists prove who they are to avoid copycats and scams?" So how can
Great,
I not just upload Justin Bieber music, for example?
great. It's a very great question. So um, as I said before, right? So users are able to currently upload music to the platform, even music that is currently not theirs. But we work with a voting system. But we are trying to make it more fair for artists, and that's why we are basically working on this validation. So ownership validation, where you need to show us that you are actually the owner of this piece of music to be able to
Ah.
upload it to our music launchpad.
You have to do a live show for the Sonorus team first before you can upload your music, so they
It's
know
not
that's
like
legit.
that. You can you can just, for example, connect your official artist account and then
Yeah.
with the API, and then it's good to go.
Nice. Um, Let me see. Oh yeah, about the giveaway. Somebody asked, if I buy a note through your link, now I will get a free another note. If you win, how does that work? Could you please explain? Yeah. So yeah, there is a link in the description. If you want to buy a note, you can use that link. If you use that link, you have a chance to win a free note. We're gonna give away 5 of these to 5 different people. And what should be the timeline to announce that? Basically, do you have a good idea about that?
You can put the full details after the AMA in your community, so everybody knows what's up.
Cool. Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Let's do that.
Mm,
We'll make it
mm.
clear. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Can you tell about the team? How many are there? Like, well, 20. You spoke about that.
Yeah.
Um, what is the general experience from the rest of the team when it comes to crypto? I believe that you have very insane music experience. Do they have a crypto background?
So we are pretty mixed, but most of our team has some crypto background, if not very strong.
Cool. Okay, nice.
Mm.
And did they work on other projects before as well?
I
Or
mean,
is
some
this
of them definitely did. Yeah, some of them definitely worked on some very big projects.
awesome? And I'm gonna ask which one.
I will not say about the previous projects, but I can tell you it was very some prominent projects.
That's already good enough for me, though.
Mm.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Can you read comment? Yes, I can read comment. So let's read a comment. Any plans from keeping the? Oh, well, yeah. Here, any plans from keeping the price tanking after lunch? Because yeah, other projects that sell notes they usually go down because of the inflation. Well, we just spoke about that. Um, you said you have some backing. Is it VC funding or popular backers that we might know?
We have Mask. We have
Yeah.
some PCs in there too. You can actually see it on the website. It should be there.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna search on the website for it later. That's pretty cool. Let me take a look to see if there is. there's quite a lot. People are really interested in the project, and I love that. Um, because
You can go to
then I'm
main
not
page.
alone.
Main page.
Sorry.
If you go to the main page, it should be there.
If I go to the main page, let's check out the main page. Scrolling too fast always. Here we have it. Atlas Cap, Formless Capital, Hesky Group, Mask, M77 Ventures, NCT, YZ Capital. I think I at least know the YZ Capital, but I'm not completely sure. Yeah, and Mask. Like these are not big. These are not small names.
No.
That's pretty nice. That's definitely not bad. Are there more lined up?
Um, I cannot say anything about that at the moment.
No.
Yeah.
I just try. If you can't answer something, just say no problem at all.
Sure, sure,
Um,
sure, sure.
yeah, somebody asked like she's in for the money, not for the tag. I think we all want to know, all of us, for how long can we expect ROI? A month or two or more? But that completely depends. If you ask me about when you buy the note, and what the price is going to be like. Otherwise, it's very hard to predict, right?
Exactly. But it's very hard to predict, but as I said, I do have very high hopes because of the team and our story behind the project and the way we've seen user growth previously.
Yeah,
But I do think if there's a time to release a DJ node, like it would be at this current time because like historically where we are at the moment in the Bitcoin, let's say rotation, right, is a very
yeah, the
good
cycle.
time to be being, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the best projects are being born right now. I remember Gala, it came out, it didn't do anything for a long while, and people were skeptical, like, oh, they got all these node rewards going to users, and it never was going to do anything. Then the bull market came, and it went completely crazy. It's like insane. Um, and I
Yeah.
completely missed that. Fuck my life. But it's really like yeah, no, the timing is perfect. It couldn't be better,
Yeah.
indeed. So yeah, definitely. Somebody asked, like, is there an example of a known artist that is using or collaborating with the project?
So probably not that any of you guys know, but we did have like a very pretty good artist in Southeast Asia that we released an exclusive EP with. So yeah, we did release some, but probably is if you're not in Southeast Asia, you don't know. It also was quite focused on a specific country, so you probably would not know.
No, that doesn't
But
matter.
we
Like, I mean, there are already, artist influencers in that way, using the platform.
yes, so previously we also had some other launches for exclusive launches for other artists as well.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Cool.
Mm.
Um, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Somebody asked, the app has 100K downloads but no reviews. How is, I don't know how that works though. I don't know if you know.
It depends. Like I guess he's talking about Google Play, but
I think, yeah.
it probably depends on your region. I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, no, I have no idea as well. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can check everywhere. Like, yeah, the note selling is going very fast. Lot of
You,
downloads.
you,
A
yeah, you
lot of
can even check
reviews.
on maybe you can pull up Dep Radar Sonorus. You can see we're top 8 or top 9 at the moment.
Yeah. I saw that
Yeah,
was quite
yeah,
crazy indeed, and that was
mm.
slightly under friend tag, which is one of the the biggest ones at the moment, right?
Yeah. So we're
Yeah,
like
you,
4 positions
yeah,
below.
yeah, it's quite. So Fentech went up, but Galaxy, like that platform for giveaways and all of that, I
Yeah,
think it was XCAT was, I think, videos and all of that.
yeah,
But yeah, you're right here, number 9, and you guys have to realize, out of the, like, what is it, 400 or so? Like, that's a lot.
yeah, 400
Top 10.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite crazy. That's quite crazy. So that's really a very good sign indeed. Um, Let me check. What is the have we spoke about this? What is the utility for the SNS token itself? We know about the Rust token a little bit, but why do you need to hold the SNS token? What can you do with that?
So SNS is like it basically gives you governance power, staking power, music nomination power. Uh,
Oh,
like a lot of things are evolved around SNS, but you also get revenue of the Rust token ecosystem. So basically, it's evolved around the but you can say SNS is our primary token. So
yeah,
everything that will be developed in the future will also be under SNS. For example, we release a new feature that is also very profitable, then this will also be shared with our SNS holders.
exactly. And SNS is what you also get for running the nodes, right? And not the Rust
Yeah,
token.
so basically you get currently you get 300. So we distribute 300,000 tokens daily to our DJ node holders, and after the first year, this halves. So meaning that after the first year, it will be 75,000, and then after the first halving, it will have every 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sounds
Mm,
a bit familiar to what Elysium does as well, indeed. And I
mm,
think Gala does it like that. Like that's very common to do with nodes,
mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's a good way to indeed not have your inflation too high forever because there is a max supply to the token, right? Is there anything to be
Yes.
found about those
Yeah. It's
tokenomics? Because I
absolutely. Let me share 1 second. Can I share it with you in Telegram?
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
People ask good questions here, by the way. Love you guys.
I shared it with you.
Oh. I'm gonna take a look at it. In the meantime, by the way, DistroKid is also what I use. By the way, is
Mhm.
one way to publish your music on Spotify, iTunes, and etc. Can we upload music that is already published on your platform? So if it's released on Sonorus, can we still put it on Spotify as an artist as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it
Ah,
works both ways. So basically, you can publish it on our platform, but also like we understand, we want to make it fair for artists, right? We are not trying to um, monopolize like all these other big companies are doing. We're not trying to restrict you, but we do think that if you upload your music and you get enough support from the community on the Sonos app, that you also get some rewards and are rewarded as an artist.
yeah. Check. That's cool. Yeah, and I have the tokenomics here. Indeed, like there are 1 billion tokens in total. Like there will never be more. So at a certain point, yeah, you cannot, of course, have these nodes running forever. Therefore, it's maybe better to get it now than in a year from now. Um, yeah, you guys can see here as well. Like 55% of the complete supply is going to the community, and out of that is 34.5% going to the node holders. Um, and I think the rest is through staking, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Is what I think. So
staking, airdrops,
yeah,
and yeah.
yeah, airdrops, yeah, pretty nice. That's pretty cool. We are in this for 1 hour already. Time is flying when you're having fun. There are quite some questions. I can keep on going for another hour, I think. But maybe we have to save something for later as well. But let me check if I see something really interesting right here. Um, let me see. A lot of double questions though. Um, how can you buy a node? What's the utility? What's the utility of the SNS token? Um, you can stake the SNS token in the future for more rewards. Indeed. Um, yeah, what listing price can we expect? Like the juicy stuff, but I can already tell you that they cannot even tell that. Probably,
Yeah.
at least, like yeah, that so much depends on how much
I
they are
wish,
raising
I
as
wish I,
well.
I wish I could tell everybody.
Yeah, you have no idea as well, of course. Yeah. Um, yeah. Revo, that's my artist name here in the Netherlands. Will be the biggest name on Sonorus. Would be pretty cool. Uh, so yeah, is there anything to wrap it up? Because the questions are really a lot. Is there anything you would like to tell about the project to wrap it up with? Like, hey guys, this is something you really should know or look out for, or this is where you want to be, and this is what we have in the pipeline. So yeah, anything.
So yeah, for sure. Currently, we are running a nice airdrop campaign, so everybody is able to participate. But I do suggest everybody to get your node as early as possible because if you're planning to buy your node, then you want to get in early to get more daily rewards before the listing.
Sweet. Yeah, and the airdrop that's done through Discord, I guess.
Yeah, so you can go to our Twitter or Discord, and you guys can have a look. So we are actually running a total of a very big campaign. We're giving away over 2 million in rewards. So we do this in multiple airdrop seasons as well.
2 million tokens or dollars.
2 million total in rewards. That is in dollars.
That's a lot. That's
That's a lot.
okay, guys. That's maybe the best way to wrap it up. Follow them on Twitter as well. There you can get all the updates. I will check it out as well myself, and occasionally make a video about the progress because I got so many questions in the Telegram, and yeah, I couldn't answer them as well. I'm not from the team. I didn't know, like, it was kind of overruling me as well. But I hope you got a little more information like this, and um, yeah, thanks, Mika, for all the transparency. It's also good to see the faces behind the team as well. That always comforts me. And yeah, I don't know. I feel a lot better already. Like I see your motivation and your passion as well, and that excites me.
Yeah, thank you for having me here today. And I'm always open to do another AMA with you in the future if your community wants to know more later on in the development. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Let's do that. Let maybe close to the listing or something like that.
Sure.
Sweet. Thanks, man. Take care. Have a nice day.
Have a good day. See you.
All right, guys. I hope you got a lot of answers with this AMA. I really enjoyed the way he had like the answers already, right? Like it's beautiful. They've been working on it for 1.5 years, is what they say. And you'll notice, right? They just know their stuff. So I'm pretty excited. Again, you can get your note down below. You have a chance of winning one free. But don't do it without doing your research. Don't be like me a couple of years ago, like where a YouTuber says, like, "Hey, buy this," and then I blah, 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 and then complaining or not maybe, but like always do your research on whatever it is. But I really like it. I love the speculative things. I love the early things. But I'm also just a big fan of the niche itself. So that helps me a little bit as well. Guys, if you do have any other questions or if you're watching the video back, thanks for watching the watch back. Leave in the comments if you want to know anything else. Later today, I will drop a regular video as well because, as you know, I have my own project. What do you mean? A lot of people might have been invested in that project. We have some Sonorous notes in the What Do You Mean portfolio, by the way, but we also are going to participate in a project called Open Fabric AI. That's going to release on Seedify, Engine Starter, ChainGPT, and Pools Finance. We invested in all of these launchpads, so we probably have quite some allocation. But it's maybe good to know, hey, what is it? So let's review the project. I'll come back with that video in a little while. Let's check it out. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.